Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. If you want to see some cool motorcycles, you'll have to check out the Vancouver Motorcycle Show.
Yeah, unbelievable. We've just got 3 great examples of the art and the passion that goes into building some of these custom bikes, and we're going to go through in order, but we're going to start out with Rob Moser, co-owner of Trick Factory Customs, and his gorgeous bike. How are you, Rob?
How are
Good
you?
to see you, man. Thanks for coming in.
So tell us about Trick Factory Customs and what you guys do.
Well, Trick Factory Customs specializes in high-end motorcycles and hot rod cars.
Nice.
Anything custom.
Nice. How did you get started in the business? I mean, just like something you wanted to do, a passion, or?
Yeah, it was our passion, our dream, right from when both myself and my partner Tim were young, and we went through school. We just made it happen.
The key phrase right there. You went through school, right?
Yeah, we went through school.
I mean, the trade.
These kind of things. I mean, welding, fabricating, all this kind of stuff. I mean, especially with motorcycles and cars. I mean, there's a certain liability and
You gotta build
responsibility
them right.
that's
Tell us
required
about
for
this
these
bike
things.
here. This is
gorgeous.
amazing.
Well, this bike right here is called the Death Dealer.
That's a happy name.
Yeah, you know, it's a happy, really, it's a really
named after
happy
a girl he was in
rainbows
love
and
with.
sunshine kind of bike. Yeah, this is bike right here. It's obviously very angry. It's purpose built. This machine. This thing was made to kick ass, basically.
Yeah.
So
well, and it's a fairly light for a custom bike as well. We were talking a little bit before we started.
It's a small little bike. It's very light. It's performance based. We take a lot of inspiration from a lot of hot rods and a lot of sport bike stuff like that. So when we build a bike, it has to have good brakes, good motor, good suspension. This one's a rigid, but it's performance
But it goes
based.
fast, so how fast does it go?
Too fast.
I'm not seeing a speedometer on here
There
anywhere.
isn't actually. It's pretty minimal all over the place.
No.
But Rob, I mean, as we look at this, it's just the little details everywhere on this. It's visually appealing, obviously, and it works well. But it's fun to look around it, right? You see different things all the time.
Yeah, there's lots of little things. I mean, we try to incorporate lots of interesting little things into our bikes without taking it overboard. This one right here is more of a performance-based bike, so it's got really big things like the front brake system alone is something very unique. You won't see that on many bikes.
What's unique about it?
Well, to begin with, it's got a carbon titanium matrix rotor that's 13 inches in diameter, which is bigger than most, and it's got the big twin 6-piston caliper setup on it.
Goes fast, brakes well, man.
Yes,
And
that's right.
what is the function of these?
Well,
Just
those
jabbing
are,
your calf.
Those are purely just to look cool. Yeah, they're referred to as gut hooks.
Gut
They're
Another happy name.
yeah.
I love it,
But
man.
if you're going to make it badass, I mean, why not?
Well, Rob, thank you so much for bringing this in, man.
You're
It's a
welcome.
gorgeous
Thanks
piece
so
of work.
much.
Okay, we are going to move over to a bike that would make Christian Bale jealous.
Yeah. So Dennis Clark and his daughter Cassidy decided they wanted to do something together, a father-daughter project, and this is what the project was. My dad only made a go-kart with me.
Dennis,
Guy's
was
a
this your
slacker.
daughter's idea?
It was. She designed it, and it was just a wonderful
And
family
how
project.
old was she when she came up with this design,
The
this idea?
original sketch was she was 11 years old. She loves the Batman character, and we both enjoyed the movies together.
You are the best dad of all time, can I just say? But
But what an amazing daughter. At that age, she really did do the sketch for this bike. Maybe you can tell us how you took it from sketch to reality.
Well, we just basically took it one component at a time, and we'd make something and decide that it wasn't quite what we were looking for, and then we'd do something different and repeat the process until we got what we wanted.
how much of this bike is custom? You were saying that a lot of things on here are sort of one of a kind. They were made specifically for it.
Right. The wheels are one of a kind. The frame and the whole arrangement basically is one of a kind. The engine is a Patrick Billet racing engine, and it has a 6-speed Baker transmission. But aside from that, virtually the entire bike is one of.
And the design of it, I mean, if you look at it from behind, it really does
It's
look
got a flow.
like Batman.
Yeah, well, that was the idea. And we didn't want a very Gothic type paint scheme or anything like that. We wanted to do the detail in steel instead of paint, and that's why it has that 3D appearance.
How many hours did you and your daughter spend working together on this?
About 1,200.
And obviously you get this out of it, but I mean, you mentioned just a great opportunity for you and your daughter to just kind of spend time together.
My daughter just has an amazing talent for design, and this was an opportunity for us to spend time together. And I mean, really, she has to take more credit for it than I do.
And she's 15 years old now?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's
Has she
obviously a
ridden it yet?
bike lover?
She loves motorcycles. She's been riding since she was a little kid, and she's really good at that as well.
So is this going to be part of the legacy as she gets older? She, memory of dad, and she gets to ride it?
Well, that's up to her what she wants to do next. We're kind of already talking about other projects.
The next
Well, I want to see the next project she comes up with.
Yeah, no, it's it was just a great family experience for us, and it gave her an opportunity to actually see something go from concept to finished product.
Yeah, well, no
Great
offense to my
experience.
father, but I'm joining the Clark family. So, Michael Clark, host of Urban
Just
Rush
wanted
Dinners.
to thank you so
man.
much.
And congratulations
And a big
to you.
shout out to your daughter, Cassidy.
Cassidy, nice
you.
work, young
Nice
lady. This
work.
is gorgeous.
And let's move on to this little bike.
Yeah, this is, I think, the Big Daddy Ollies. Lee Urich is joining us from JARS Performance. And Lee, you guys actually had a hand in the Bat bike as well, didn't you?
That's correct, yeah. Dennis came to us for some of the help on acquiring some of the products for that bike, and we're there to help him out.
So is this we're going to talk about this bike, but I mean, in your business, is that sort of that first point of contact? Is a customer will come to you and say, I have this idea, and then it just goes from there?
Yeah, most of the time, that's the way it goes.
And how often do you find yourself saying, no, it can't be done?
Quite a bit, yeah. People come with scrapbooks full of different types of ideas that they've clipped out of magazines they want us to put onto a bike, but we'll just say, no, a lot of those parts aren't compatible, but this is the way you should go, and we try
This
to
is
direct
what
them
you
the right
can
way.
do.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about this bike here.
This bike started out life as a 2003 Road King Custom, an anniversary bike, and one of my customers wanted to build a custom out of it, so we sold him the bike and then changed all the parts. So really all that's left out of the Road King Custom from the factory was the frame and the front end of the gas tank. The rest of the parts have all been replaced.
There is a lot of chrome on this bike, man. Was that the initial thought of the owner?
He wanted something that would stand out. His only real thing was he wanted a big motor and he wanted a red paint job, and we supplied him with a huge motor, 124-inch S&S motor, and custom paint done by a local guy, Mike Kokura.
It's beautiful.
As things change on a bike, I mean, as you're changing out motors and as you're adding things to it, does it have an effect all the way along the line? I mean, then you got to start thinking about brakes. You have to start thinking about the engineering and the whole thing.
The clutch has been addressed, the transmission's been addressed, and the rest of the parts, for the most part, are pretty capable of handling most of the power as long as it's not abused too badly.
Yeah.
It must be so satisfying to you when you have a customer ride off and they get their
Absolutely.
custom bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he rides off in the sunset and we don't see him for a few weeks because everything's working good.
Is it hard in your
Few weeks.
business not to do one for a client and sort of two for yourself and sort of hold back on just always doing things that you want to do?
It is hard, but the money thing kind of keeps you held back, right?
Well, thank you so much, and thanks to all
Thanks,
the
you
guys
guys.
today.
Great
If you want to
bikes,
go to the
man.
Vancouver Motorcycle Show, it'll be happening at TradeX in Abbotsford over the weekend. You can go to the website to find out all the information. You can enjoy the custom bikes, but they have a little something for everyone there.
Yeah, rideable art. That's what this is right here.